Hello and welcome back to the good, the bad and the ugly show. This week we're going to have a little look at some old big box VHS videos. Oh, and one Video 2000. So these are mainly pre-cert old big box VHS. The kind that you would see in those old video stores where you would look around the scary shelves of horror films and just weird video art. So yeah, we're going to have a little look at these and a little look at a book that celebrates the art of VHS. So, let's get into it. So we'll go right into the pile. Okay, so number one, the first one on top. This is a film called The Mutations.
Relax. Get ready to have fun. Because you've got a date with somebody special. The walking, crawling nightmares from the pits of hell. The Mutations.
So I love the cover work there. I mean, that doesn't look like something you want to mess with, does it? It's like a big, ugly, fly-trappy thing. Or is it a person with rib cages? I don't know, but the guy inside doesn't look happy. And there's like this little dude here. So yeah, I have seen this film like a long time ago. I love how it's got like stuff like this. Means it's obviously from an ex-rental shop. I don't know what that was, obviously the identity number or whatever, where they kept this thing locked up. I'm trying to keep the glare off this as much as possible. RCA videos as well, so this isn't like ancient, but it's pretty old. Look at the quality of the 18 certificate on top of there, and the back. I mean, the pictures are fantastic here. So what do we got? We've got like obviously Donald Pleasance right there, and that guy and that guy there. So yeah, this was a film. This was a film indeed. That's right. Starring Donald Pleasance and Tom Baker, which is an amazing cast straight away. So you've got like Halloween and Doctor Who going on there. Let's open it up. I like the red case. Look inside. That just screams nostalgia, doesn't it? Look at the wheels of the tape. The big old wheels. And yeah, so this was, let's have a look at the little date on here. This was 1985. So this is when you're really getting into like the heaviness about the 18s. Like this is new. So like there are pre-cert films. There's some pre-cert films in this pile, I think. Which are the films that all the horror movie video collectors are all looking for now. Pre-cert big box. Look at the dust on that. Amazing. Well, I just told you where this came from. So yeah, this is the first one. I recommend it as a film. It's really quite odd. It is what it is. The mutations, and they are mutations. There's all kinds of weird people on this film. Different monsters of different varieties, and then a sleazy Donald Pleasance there. I don't remember if he's sleazy in the film or not, but he looks like a mad scientist. So probably. So I'll put that one down and move on to the next. So here we go. This is amazing cover work. Look at that. A crime story, blood and black lace.
Suddenly, these lace curtains ignite a drama that will lacerate your emotions. Blood and black lace. Who is this shrouded, sadistic, sordid fiend who maims and murders?
I love the artwork. He's holding a knife there. She's on like a bit of turf. There's a guy in a target. It's just, I love stuff like that, and the city behind it as well. It just looks fantastic. So yeah, a crime story with Cameron Mitchell or Cameron Michelle or whatever. But this is a Mario Bava film, and I can't quite make out what the video company is. I can't see it. Isn't that funny? You can't make out what it is by the sign. I'll put it on the screen here. If you can work out what that says, then let me know. But yeah, I'll just cover that up. YouTube will block this video. Yeah, it's a good film. I think I can't remember much about it, but I know it's Mario Bava, so that's a good thing. But I love the artwork on here, like the buildings and stuff, and just the way it looks. It's just fantastic. But another old school video, not all that old, but old enough for the label to cheap enough for the label not to actually fit the video, which is fantastic. So I wonder what the quality of the actual film in here will look like. I have no idea, but just fantastic. Just one of those things. So next we'll move on to something a little bit weirder, which I like. Weird's good. Here is something. The film itself, not that obscure really. Burt Reynolds, I mean, you know, he was in obviously Deliverance and stuff. I mean, apart from he makes comedy films and stuff, but he's been in a lot of serious movies as well. Deliverance being one of them. This is Sharkys Machine.
Lion Pictures presents Burt Reynolds in Sharkys Machine.
Now, I've never seen this, but I will be watching it at some point. I mean, it's Burt Reynolds with a gun. That's got to be good. The 18 sign is a sticker. So this is pre-cert by Warner Brothers. So that means, because there's no 18 sign there, there's no like classification. It's been all on the back, as you can see. It just says like advised or something somewhere. Where does it say that? Certificate X, that's right, Cert X. And now no video stores ever looked at this stuff, so they just sold these films to like anyone, really. So you didn't have to be 18 or 15 to buy videos, but then you just go in and buy them, nobody cared. But then again, you couldn't afford to buy a video if you were under 18 because they cost several £1,000s. Maybe not that much, but something along those lines. They cost like £100 or whatever, or a couple of £100 back then, so they were expensive. So you couldn't like just go and buy it anyway. But they stuck the 18 signed on after they did the whole like certification thing. But yeah, so this is an old video as well. This is from 1983. This release. So videos from 1983 are quite hard, kind of sought after now. But this is no normal video, man. This ain't your VHS. This was Video 2000, I think they were called. Let's have a look inside the amazing clamshell. Yeah, look at that. Just marvel on it. Yep, Video 2000, video compact cassette. So I love the way it's got like the Warner Brothers thing embossed into the clamshell as well. I love these cases, man. They're amazing. They're like special books or something. But yeah, look at this. It's obviously been taped over because you cover the holes when you want to record, right? We all know that trick. Obviously, that's how you do it with Video 2000. I can't imagine how the quality would be on that, though. Now, with these, Video 2000, they were very short-lived. It was a different version of video. It's like, you know, you've got like your Sainsbury's value, then you've got your Sainsbury's best, and then you've got your special posh Sainsbury's food. This is like the video equivalent of that. This is like their, you know, simply the best, or Tina Turner, isn't it? This is like your top of the range, you might say. So these things cost a few £100 more than the average video, but I don't imagine they were that great. How good can something on tape be? I guess DAT tapes, they were pretty good. So if this is that kind of quality but a film version, then fair enough. Got these weird orangey bits here. Yeah. Now, what I like about these is I'm easily amused. So we pull this down here, and it opens up, and that's how you get to your tape. And then you simply let go. That's cool, isn't it? Don't tell me that you wouldn't be just amazed and doing that constantly over and over and over again. Before you had like fidget spinners and all those kind of things, you had this, and you could do this for hours and hours and hours. Like those top-loading CD players where you press the button and the lid pops up, and you just keep doing it because it's something weird and it's human nature. I don't know, man. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I have got this, which is the next best thing. So yeah, these are pretty cool, I think, and I've got a couple of these now, and I've got nothing to do with them. I mean, I haven't got a Video 2000 player, and I wouldn't really know where to get one from. I can't even find a Laserdisc player, so God knows, but or Rod knows. I don't know, but yeah, I need to watch this film, I think. Right, let's move on to the next one. We're running low on time. I don't know why. I haven't got anything to do. So here we go. Here's another one. Very similar look. Very similar in case, you see. Another Warner Brothers film, pre-cert as well. So they've stuck the 18 stickers on there after the fact. They've even stuck the little square one over the vital information we need here. Yeah, so let's read a little bit about this one then. They were about to witness the birth of something unimaginable. That's kind of how I feel when I'm about to watch most of these films. So yeah, he's just called The Boy as well, the weird alien baby thing. It's not really an alien, but it looks like an alien. So basically, It's Alive, this film is called. It's Alive!
The Davises have had a baby, but they're not sending out any announcements. Most new parents are a little scared when they have a baby. The Davises are terrified. You see, there's only one thing wrong with the Davis baby. It's alive. It's alive. Don't see it alone. Please. Rated PG.
Yeah. Save your screams until you see its face. So it's like a sort of weird demented baby that crawls around the sewers and stuff. That's from what I remember. I'm not sure if I'm remembering it wrong or not, but they were... Let's put my hand in that. It's all these horrible cobwebs and like spider egg sacs attached to it. Because it's a horror film, you want to make this experience even more scary by sticking like unborn spiders on the case. Amazing. It says do not reseal or something, not resealable or something. Interesting. So another ex-rental, obviously by the numbers, and I love that stuff, and I'm so nostalgic for that. We'll open it up. I'm not getting bitten by a wolf spider, hopefully. So another one embossed, and another old school case there with an 18 sticker on it. I love that. There's something about that, you know. And I think on the side of it was probably the video shop, or the seal of approval. But another big wheeled tape as well. These are really old fashioned. You can see the spider egg sacs inside the video as well. I mean, that's all part of the horror, really, and that's just the case. So I have seen this, but a long time ago, I think there are a bunch of sequels, and I think the sequels got sillier and sillier as they went along. Try and find some pictures of them. Yeah, did I find them? I don't know. I'll find out in the post editing section. So let's move along to the next. So you've seen this one before, but I thought I'd throw it back into this because I also got this off my dad as well, but he gave me this one a while back. So this is Drops of Blood.
Don't miss the Mill of the Stone Women.
It's a really old school video. Just extended to reality. MV, Nightmares End, or do they? But I love the cover of that as a screaming face within the eye. This reminds me of like some of the weirder videos I had when I was a kid. I probably shouldn't have watched these kind of films as a kid, but I did. Market Video, that's right. You open it up, and it's got like the weird like sort of wood chip finish on the tape as well. Old school label. This is like a real like oldie thing, and I love it. I love stuff like this. I'm not even sure if it's a genuine thing or not, or bootleg. I don't know. I imagine it is a genuine thing. There were lots of these weird, cheap video companies, and I think when the Video Nasty thing came about, I think these companies went under because they couldn't produce these low-end movies anymore, and then they came back out by slightly via kind of bigger companies, but brutally cut, edited, and that's history, man. That's how it went. And the final one, which is something that horror movie fanatics probably know a little bit about, it's quite notorious. So this is by Guild Video. They call it Guild Video. This is Shockwaves.
You are now in the deep end of horror. Shockwaves. Once they were almost human.
The deep end of horror. Guild Home Video presents. So it looks amazing. The cover work is amazing on this. Absolutely love the artwork. VHS format. I love the shiny sticker as well. Peter Cushing, starring Peter Cushing, he's like the main guy because he's in big yellow letters, whereas everyone else is kind of like in black. John Carradine at the very bottom. You see far more of John Carradine than you do of Peter Cushing, because Peter Cushing was a big name, and so I think he was only in this film for like 10 minutes. He's like the mad doctor on the island right at the end. Spoilers. Don't go watching this expecting it to be a Peter Cushing film. I love the little cartoony island behind all this like chaos that's going on. So if you couldn't really guess from the cover, which you probably can't, this is like Nazis under the sea, Nazi zombies coming out of the sea, which is something kind of film you'd imagine them to make now as a kind of joke, like a retrospective thing. But they took this seriously back then. There's a couple actually. There was a film called Zombie Lake, like Swan Lake, and that's about a bunch of Nazis who live inside a lake, and they come out the lake as zombies, and it's all very silly, and I enjoyed every minute of it. And the video just carries on. So the case just carries on throughout the whole thing. As you can see, it's one big picture, and then the very bottom there, amazing little cartoony island villa, which is also a touch that I love. I have the soundtrack to this film as well. I just think it's great. It's all very fun, very fantastic. See there, and there he is, look. One of his scenes. Ooh, I made the camera bobble. One of his scenes, Peter Cushing. Once they were almost human, not dead, not alive, but somewhere in between. So this is like experimental Nazi stuff, which is what you want, right? But yeah, now the thing about this film is you'll find it on Blu-ray and DVD probably an 18 or at least a 15 certificate. Back then though, PG. And I have no idea why this is a PG when it came out first. This is like a pre-cert, but yet the PG is like the X certificate. You know, it's there as an advisory, really, if nothing else. I mean, it even says that underneath the sticker, I think. I don't know, AA, PG, certificate. I don't know, one of these says advisory somewhere on it. Or maybe I dreamt that, I don't know. But, yeah, it's a cool old thing. And these things, you know, people are putting them on eBay for large amounts of money. They'll never get large amounts of money for them. But they're putting them up there for that. So, yeah, another good film. Well, I don't know if it's a good film or not, really. What is a good film? What makes a good film? Zombie Nazis, obviously. And so, last but not least, I thought this would be a good video to just give a little bit of a glimpse into this amazing book that I was given as a birthday present this year. Or was it last year? I don't know, I've had this for a while. But this is called VHS Cover Art. And yeah, it's basically VHS cover art. It is exactly what it says on the cover. You say don't judge a book by its cover. This book, you can fully judge it by its cover because it really is what there is there. Someone's taken the time here to compile a book. Got all the logos here as well, look. All the logos. Well, not all of them, actually. There's a whole bunch of them that you just never see. I can't see market video on here anywhere. But yeah, you open it up. And it's amazing, actually. It really is. So it's got different sections as well. Horror, sci-fi, comedy. You've got Please Rewind film on there. There's different page numbers for what you've got in here. So we'll have a quick flip through, I think. And we'll decide what we think. So we go through here. I love all the nostalgia about it. There's like the old video shop shelf and all that stuff. I live for this kind of thing, if you didn't know that about me. There's even a little bit here on like things like Hobo with a Shotgun. They were made to look like these old video covers. I mean, there's a lot of that about, like, Machete is one of these films. Obviously, it started off with Quentin Tarantino and Rodriguez, Death Proof and Planet Terror, all that stuff. If you know, you know. So, move straight in, and this is what it is, look. It's video sleeves. The ones you would have seen in the video shops when you were a kid. Frontier Video. I mean, I think these are all, like, post-cert. 75p every night. Amazing. But look at that. Isn't that film you would definitely want to watch? I'll just give you a moment here to just stare at this. But yeah, I love how they put the whole sleeve on. And this is as the book goes on. I've not seen that film, by the way. But yeah, you go on to look. You've got like Angel Warriors. Amazing. It looks like a Mad Max ripoff. I'm going to imagine that's exactly what it is. And the Annihilators. I mean, that looks fun as well. All of these look fun. We'll move on. We'll just keep going. I'll just keep spinning through them until I see something really, really interesting. The Black Cobra was good. Heavy Thunder. Look at that. Look at that guy. He does not look happy at all. But at the back of these things as well, you can see the washed out quality of the film. So when you see things like that, you know the film's going to be hard work because you're going to have to squint your eyes to watch it. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Breaking Loose. He's doing like a telephone thing. I'll call you later, alright? Yeah, Challenge the Ninja, like Challenge Annika. You have to, you know, and I don't know what you got to do. I haven't seen this film. It looks highly entertaining. That's a word we'll use because I don't want to, you know, slag it off. I ain't seen it. I love this as well. This is hilarious. Oh, there's Cocaine Wars, but this is hilarious. Death Code Ninja, because I mean, look at that. That's terrifying. There's something not quite right about that man's head. I can't quite work out what it is, but all that. This is a really badly drawn, really badly painted, isn't it? That reminds me of like an angry video game nerd thumbnail. You know what I mean? It looks like a jokey thing. Someone's kind of doodled, and this is like a thing. They put this out professionally as a video with this artwork on it. I absolutely love it. It kind of reminds me of the I think there's South African movie posters for like E.T. If you know, you know. Once again, go and Google that. It's absolutely bizarre. Death Flash, Double Targets. Yeah, so there's some films here. I mean, that's a total rip-off of was it Cobra it was called? With Stallone, or was it Stallone? Yeah, it looks like exactly like something I've seen somewhere else. Anyway, one of these is actually the Family Enforcer film, which is actually really good. I bet these films aren't connected Enforcer and Enforcer 2 aren't connected in any possible way. I don't know. They used to do that a lot. There's a Roger Moore film here, which looks very, very silly. Eye of the Tiger. You've got Jackie Chan. We'll just keep flicking through. LA Street Fire, blah, 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 blah. There's so many of these films, man. So many of these like this. We'll move along past all this craziness that all looks like very similar. TNT Jackson, I've seen that, that's quite good. We'll keep going. I mean, oh dear. So we move into comedy now, and these films are bloody awful, most of them, because the British ones were like the horrible kind of like knockoff carry-on films, like The Love Pill, and Under the Doctor, and all that. And the American ones are mainly rip-offs of Is it Porky's? Oh, was that? Yeah, because there's Meatballs as well. I don't know. They're all awful, really. I mean, that's my opinion, not everyone else's opinion. But yeah, I think they're pretty bad. And also, they don't really deliver. Like, you see these covers make them look like they're sort of pornographic almost, and they're really not. I mean, that one might be, but they're generally really not. It's misleading. But I love this. This is the guy who was in Street Trash and Class of Newcomb High. If you know, you know. Once again, there's a nice picture of him on the front. Eat and Run. Now, what on earth do you think that's about? Well, it tells you there, doesn't it? And of course I want to see it. I love how they've done this weird like cloud bubble bit here. Like this, that's deliberate. It isn't just torn. Like, why? I don't know, man. I don't know. Flesh Gordon, yeah, that's a classic, isn't it? Everyone remembers that. Fly Me, that looks bloody awful. Free Ride, yeah, I mean, that actually is good. Gremloids, I'm trying to get the glare off it a minute, because that is Lord Buckethead, as you can see there, holding the gun in the background. And now, it was Vipco got hold of this film, and the guy thought it was absolutely hilarious, the Buckethead character. So he used to dress up as Buckethead, and he started a political party in England, like the Monster Raving Loony Party, where it was Lord Buckethead, and he would turn up there in local elections, and he'd be stood in the back, you know, while they're counting all the votes up, and it looked amazing. And I think other people have taken the character on since, but I just love the idea of that. This was obviously like a Star Wars sort of jokey knockoff, but Lord Buckethead, man, who could not love that? Who could not love that? The Invisible Kid looks like a film that should star either Corey Haim or Corey Feldman. It doesn't, but it looks like one of those kind of films. So we'll move on from comedy now. I mean, look at that. It's awful, isn't it? That does not look like a good film, does it? I don't know. Pinball Summer. Might be people watching this saying, "Oi, Sneakers is really good. What are you talking about?" And to them I say, well, you know, fair enough, if you like it. Right, we'll move along. Yellow Pages. Yeah, we've got now horror. Now, one of these really interests me. Actually, all of these really interest me. Look at that. What is going on there? This is obviously somebody's taken the poster of Pink Floyd The Wall, the film poster, and modified it slightly and just done that. I mean, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen, really. If you don't recognise that, if you had the original poster that you know I'm talking about, there's all different posters, but there's one particular poster. I'm going to stick that poster on right now, so you see what I mean. Yeah, okay. We'll move along. What have we got here? I mean, look at that. Black Roses. Yeah. So there must be some films in here that we know, that we know well. Not really, no. Actually, yeah. I think I've seen that one before. I think I recognise that one. Evil Dead. So that could have could have lay in the same kind of dormant, weird ether of The Edge of Terror and a lot of these other films, but somehow, because this film was really well made and really interesting, that just became a classic. So this kind of got out of this kind of genre, you know. But a lot of these films you'll probably never see, like Geek. You'll probably never watch that. I don't know. Grave Misgivings. Grave Misdemeanors. Okay, I don't know. I can't even read anymore. Apparently, Hide and Shriek. I can read that. The Imp. That looks quite funny. A lot of these films I haven't seen. A lot of films I have seen, but a lot of these films I haven't. I mean, because they look crazy, man. I would watch them. Night of the Creeps was really good, actually. That deserves to be better known, really, because that's quite a fun film. Tiny, weird alien slugs that crawl into the mouths of the dead and kind of create zombies. I mean, how could you not like a film that's about that? Nightmare Vacation is a bit of a classic as well. That's also known as Sleepaway Camp, and a lot of people have seen that film. I mean, like, all I'm going to say is... No, I'm not going to say anything. Go and watch it. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to give it away. So, yeah, we'll move along now. There's some really good-looking films in here. Some really dodgy-looking ones as well. The stuff is really good. I mean, I found this in an old video shop. That's how I first saw it as a kid. And it's amazing. That's like a yogurt, but the yogurt kind of consumes you. The yogurt's an alien. So, yeah, it tells you what you need to know. But it's a classic. It's satire. It's very clever. Like a lot of these films were. There's kids' movies in here as well. It's a weird American film of Biggles. Now, I didn't know that really existed. It looks like they tried to do a weird combination of, like, Top Gun and Back to the Future, I suppose. How strange. A time-travelling Biggles. Because obviously in England, Biggles was a TV programme in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s, starring John Layton, who had the hit single Johnny Remember Me, produced by Joe Meek. Which I love. So that's all I know about that. This one though, Indiana Jones knockoff much. That's all I can say about this. Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's not an Indiana Jones knockoff. Maybe I'm judging it highly. I don't know. But yeah, there's BMX Bandits, which is great. What have you got here? Garbage Pail Kids. Fantastic. I've never seen it, but I know of it, and one day I'll watch it. But I'm not going to bore you too much with this, although probably some people say, no, please go for every single one. I like this. Space Raiders. That's an old sci-fi film that most people don't remember. I'd like to think that the crisps came out as a product of this film, like to tie in with it, and then the film disappeared into obscurity, but the crisps remain. I imagine that's probably not the case, but that's what I'd like to believe. So let's move along here. Space Wars. I can't think where they got the idea for that from. It looks suspect, doesn't it? I don't know. Spectre Man, Space Ark, some sort of Teen Wolf cartoon. I don't remember the Teen Wolf cartoon. It looks really, really cheap. This one, doesn't it? Amazing. That'd be like 45 minutes. You'll never get back again. Tor was quite good. These aren't really kids' movies. A lot of these, because a lot of these have like nudity in them and stuff. There you go. Sci-fi movies. That was really good. I bought that in a junk store once on VHS. Probably the same VHS as this. I thought it was great. It's like a combination of like Mad Max, Planet of the Apes, and like every kind of weird futuristic sci-fi film you could ever see. Dystopian future movies, I guess you'd call them. Alien in LA, you got all that as well. Lots of alien films. Lots of rip-offs going on as well. Creepazoids. Could never get on with that, because a lot of these movies, like, they were filmed in like old warehouses in the dark and on bad cameras, and then they've been transferred onto VHS, which is even darker and worse. So some of these films kind of become just unwatchable just by the picture quality and stuff. It's kind of a shame, really. I'd like to see what some of these things look like originally, but some of them are just filmed badly, and that is part of the charm of it, I guess. But so we've got here Rome 2033. This is one of those Mad Max rip-off films, dystopian future films, but this is directed by Lucio Fulci, who made like City of the Living Dead and Zombie Flesh Eaters and all that. This is his like one kind of is one attempt at making a futuristic dystopian future Mad Max movie. I don't think it went down very well, but I haven't seen it, but the quality doesn't look great once again, you know, one of those things. So Star Crash, yeah, we move along, there's so much of it, and then all of this, I mean, man. Yeah. So let's some hilarious looking stuff here. Look at that. So yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic book of just amazing like old VHS covers, really. So if you don't want to have like a library in your basement where you recreate an old video store and you buy loads and loads and loads of old videos for like huge amounts of money on eBay, then you can just simply buy this book and have it all here in your hands. You know, I quite like that. It reminds me of going to old video stores and looking through the shelves. I hope more of these things get made with different videotapes and stuff in them, because that'd be great. So yeah, I recommend this. I will flip it over so you can have a little look. I think that's all in focus. But anyway, I definitely recommend buying this book and having it. Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying. So there we go. That was a look at some videos and a book about old VHS. I hope you enjoyed it. A completely pointless video, but fun if you like that kind of thing. So please like, share, and subscribe to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Show.
Because there's no room left in hell.
It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. It can be horrifying.